During the Covid-19 crisis, it's expected to wipe out 6.7% of working hours globally in the second quarter of 2020, equivalent to 195 million full-time workers, says the International Labour Organization. But as some companies can't avoid laying off staff, how can human resource be managed? Here's Wendy Laryea's report after speaking to business strategy consultant Dr Hazel, BERRARD AMUAH.
According to the International Labour Organization, ILO, huge losses are expected across different income groups, especially in upper middle income countries. The sectors most at risk include accommodation and food services, manufacturing, retail business and administrative activities. ILO, in its latest reports, indicated the proportion of workers in these at-risk sectors varies from 43% in the Americas to 26% in Africa. Worldwide, 2 billion people work in the informal sector, mostly in emerging and developing economies. But just as the West keeps happening, what can be done to ensure the employer and employee do not lose out?
They could, in the era of the pandemic, quickly upskill and retrain staff to have different skills for them to become entrepreneurial or branch out into other types of livelihoods that would help them to be able to have enough to eat and feed their families. The second point is around tapering the impact of the pandemic, which is temporal. Will companies and employees be prepared to have half of their salary or a quarter of their salary?
The ILO reiterates workers and businesses are facing catastrophe.
The reality is, it is about company affordability. Can the company afford to keep the headcount that it has today and maintain the salaries or the cost of people to business in a pandemic which is causing a decline? The law simply says either the employer or the employee can end a contract of employment without cause. The law also talks about redundancy. However, when there are acts of God or when there are pandemics which overwhelm institutions, the position of the law can be compromised.
According to Dr Hazel, BERRARD AMUAH, a higher insurance penetration and percentage could have made Ghanaian workers and employees better off.
If there has been a high insurance penetration and different types of insurance packages that companies could procure to be able to protect their employees from such risks and protect their businesses from such risks, then to a very large extent, the livelihood of employees could be protected to a very large extent. Currently, this is not the situation. It affords Ghana and leadership the opportunity to rethink how we look at insurance.
The ILO stated large-scale and integrated measures across all policy areas are necessary to make strong and sustained impacts. Wendy Laryea, TV3 News.